We're going to talk about communication strategies. This is a best practice area right here. It's almost the concept of over communicating. But I want to talk about some key components in communication strategies. Clear and consistent communication channels. That's one. If stopping you in the hallway to ask for something is a communication channel, you need to get rid of that one right now. Because I'm sure you've been stopped and asked something, and then you got stopped and asked something else, and then you got stopped and asked something else, and now you've forgotten the first two things. Happens to me all the time. So clear and consistent communication channels. That's going to look different for every church. You may have you may use Slack. You may have a Google form. You may use Microsoft Teams. Whatever the channel is that you as a church are using, just make sure that everybody understands that's the channel, and that they know that that is the best way to get and give information. And I know I talked about technology. Make sure any technology you're using is being used effectively to enhance the communication. And how do you use technology effectively? Well, if you're going to introduce a new technology and you're using the same old process or the same old steps because that's the way we've always done it, are you using the technology effectively? Are you taking advantage of what the technology can do for you to maybe improve the process or streamline the process? And when you have technology available, use it to enhance the communication and make communicating with folks more efficient by utilizing all the components of that technology. And that can be, again, communication channels. It can be event scheduling software, work order software, your church management software that you're using. It can be a lot of different things, but utilize it and understand it so that you can communicate effectively. Thorough and clear communication. Full picture of needs. So this is what needs to happen. This is why it needs to happen. This is when it needs to happen. I'm sure we've all been asked to do something and we didn't get a really good picture of what needed to be done, or maybe we didn't get the deadline that it needed to be done within. By making sure that you're communicating those things, but also asking those things when items are being asked to you. Make sure you're getting the full picture. Ask the questions. Who needs this? When do they need it? Why do they need it? Are there any details I need to be aware of? And we don't ask these questions to be difficult or to be challenging. We ask them so that we have a full picture of the need. Active listening in all situations. So what does that mean? That means not talking. I will tell you, I'm a very quick processor, and a lot of times I will get the answer before the question is fully out. Very frustrating for me to have to pause and listen to the whole thing before I give the answer. But it's something that I've fostered over the years, because I know just the act of listening to the entire thing that's being presented to me allows the person that's talking to be heard. My desire to move quickly and move forward and get done sometimes then can get in the way. So practice active listening. And don't forget about empathy. I understand why this is important to you. let me explain where this fits in the overall scope of what I need to do. So leading with empathy. I understand. I hear what you said. I hear what you've asked for, but now let me explain to you what I can do for you. But by leading with empathy, folks will understand that you've heard and you've listened to what the ask has been. Regular updates. Keeping people informed and engaged. Now, you might be able to use technology for that, right? You might be tracking things in your church management software, and as long as regular updates are placed there, everyone knows where to get them and how to get information. Same with maybe work order software. But if you're not using a form of technology, then provide regular updates back to your stakeholders, whether that's a weekly, monthly communication. And it doesn't have to be, oh, I've got to write a report. It doesn't have to be that. Do a video log. I know our product manager here at eSpace just started for the staff, for the internal staff. Once a week, he gives us a vlog, a video log of kind of what's happening in our development product world. It's less than 10 minutes, but it lets us know what's going on. We're all informed. We all know what to expect for the week. It's really a great way to utilize some technology that is readily available out there and keep people informed. Finally, super important for me, follow up after the fact for lessons learned. Everything you do has a lesson learned, right? But the focus is not ever to be about blame or why did it not work the way we wanted? Who didn't do what they needed to do? The focus needs to be about learning. If you're having, a large event and the event is great, that's wonderful, but you still should follow up after the fact for what did we learn in the process. And that can be, just a debrief. It doesn't have to be a long, involved process, but it can be a quick, let's grab some coffee and debrief about how things went this past weekend. What did we learn? Is there anything we can do different? And that type of a follow-up is really critical, not only in understanding what happened, but also it's back to looking at those processes that you have and those procedures that you have. You may get from those brief lessons learned conversations a little bit of guidance on somewhere that you need to look in your different processes.